Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Saturday, August 19, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Arizona Diamondbacks vs San Diego Padres. Go with the Arizona Diamondbacks to win as a road underdog as a first pick, and here is why. These two squads will battle it out on Saturday in a doubleheader due to a pending major storm set for Southern California on Sunday. The Arizona Diamondbacks have been doing well as they are currently tied for 9th in the sport, as they are tied with the Cincinnati Reds, Houston Astros, Philadelphia Phillies, and Toronto Blue Jays with a .744, while averaging 4.7 runs per game. The team has been doing decently well on the road as they are scoring 4.83 runs in 61 road games, while being 11th with a .732 team ops. First baseman Christian Walker has been on fire this year as they have a .272, .347.540 line with 28 homers, 82 RBI, 64 runs scored and 8 steals without being caught. Diving into the pitching splits this season, there is a difference here as Merrill Kelly is 6-1 with a 2.79 ERA and a .240 opposing batting average in 10 road starts, while Yu Darvish is 3-5 with a 4.16 ERA and a .250 batting average against in 12 games at Petco Park. Throughout the season, there is a massive difference as these lineups hit with runners in scoring position, as Arizona is 13th with a .758 team ops, while San Diego is tied for 20th with a .719 team ops so far. Go with under 8 runs as a second pick in this game, as it seems to be the better option here. When looking at the previous 7 starts for these teams, they are doing very well as Merrill Kelly is 1-2 with a 3.07 ERA and an 11.42 walk-to-strikeout ratio, while Yu Darvish is 3-2 with a 2.98 ERA and a 13.42 walk-to-strikeout ratio so far. These offenses in the last few weeks are not scoring enough, as the Diamondbacks are averaging 4.15 runs in their last 13 games, while the Padres are scoring 3.92 runs in their previous 12 games. Philadelphia Phillies vs Washington Nationals. Take the Phillies with the run line as a first pick, and here is why. The Nationals have won 5 of their last 6 games, including 2 straight versus the Boston Red Sox at home. Their offense took it up a notch by scoring 21 total runs in the 3-game set with the Sox. First baseman Joey Menezes knocked in 5 RBI in the final game. Despite the successful week, Washington still finds themselves 24 games behind the Atlanta Braves in the NL East and 8 games out for the last spot in the wild card race. Philadelphia has won 22 games in 29 played against the Nationals over the past 2 seasons, and they have won 75% of their games played in Washington. The Phillies have won more than 50% of their games on the road so far this season, and they have won 4 of their last 6 road games. They have also won 7 of their last 11 games overall. Washington's pitching staff has been a weakness all season. They are currently ranked 27th in ERA at home with 4.88. The Philadelphia pitching staff has moved up to 11th in the league in ERA with 3.96, and they have a 3.05 ERA of in their previous 7 games. Adding to Washington's woes, they rank in the bottom half of the league in key offensive categories, such as average runs scored per game and slugging percentage. Sanchez has been very successful away from his home stadium this season, compiling a 0.60 and 0.53 whip in 3 starts so far. Most signs point to a Philadelphia victory on the road Saturday. Take the under as a second pick, and here is why. The Phillies have hit a lean .223 with a .389 slugging percentage in their previous 5 road games. They rank in the bottom half of the league in average runs scored per game on the road with 4.43. The Nationals were held to 3 runs or less in 2 of the 3 games played with Philadelphia at home early this season. Philadelphia has gone under the run total in 3 of their last 4 games on the road and 3 of 4 overall. The Phillies pitching staff is ranked 10th in the league in team ERA, with the Nationals ranking toward the bottom of the league in average runs scored per game at home with 4.36 and are also ranked in the bottom half of the league in home slugging percentage, so the odds they score quickly in bunches against Philadelphia's staff are low. The Phillies have pushed or gone under the run total in 3 of their last 4 games. The stats suggest the game in Washington on Saturday afternoon will go under the run total. Milwaukee Brewers vs Texas Rangers. Take Texas Rangers to win as a first pick, and here is why. The Brewers, like they have all season long, have continued to remain consistent since the All-Star break, and after posting a 6-4 record over their past 10 games, they continue to keep the Cincinnati Reds at bay. However, the Brewers are just 5-8 in their past 13 games played away from home, as well as being 4-9 in their past 13 games played against teams with a record above .500, so if they want to be seen as an elite team in the NL, they will need to start winning some big games away from home. On the mound, Milwaukee turned to veteran right-hander Freddie Peralta, who is having yet another steady year at the big league level, posting a 9-8 record with a 4.08 ERA through 128 innings of work. Lately, he's been fantastic as well, allowing just 10 earned runs, 6 of which came in one start, over his past 6 appearances spanning 36 innings, and if he can keep this Rangers lineup at bay, he'll give his team every chance to win. The first game in this series was a thrilling contest, as these teams combined for 17 runs on 22 total hits, and with a 5-5 record in their past 10 head-to-head meetings, the second matchup should be just as unpredictable and thrilling. 27-year-old righty Freddie Peralta, 9.8 4.08 ERA, is quietly putting together another quality season. The Brewers have won Peralta's last 4 starts, and he has allowed just 4 runs over his last 25 innings of work. The Texas Rangers have won 42 of their first 64 home games and are holding on to a 2-game lead over Houston in the AL West division. On Friday, Texas RP Josh Sborz, 5'5", was roughed up for 3 runs while recording just 1 out and took the loss. Mitch Harver and Nathaniel Lowe each homered in a losing effort for the Rangers, who lost their 50th game of the year. 28-year-old righty Dane Dunning, 9.43.10 ERA, continues to produce in the Texas rotation since replacing the injured Jacob deGrom. In his last start, Dunning, 7 IP, allowed 1 run and struck out 12 batters during a 3-2 road loss against San Francisco. This series matchup is their first since way back in 2019, so history doesn't give us much to go on, but with the Rangers having baseball's second-best lineup and 11th best rotation, compared to number 28 and number 12 from Milwaukee, the consistency is there for them to come out on top and bounce back in a big way in this game. Take the over 8 runs here as our second pick, and here is why. The Texas Rangers have shown no signs of slowing down at all in 2023 as they continue to coast atop the AL West division, but with the Houston Astros just 2 games back, the team will need to keep winning as they have over their past 10 by posting a 6-4 record. Over that time, they've been downright dominant at home with a 10-4 record over their past 14 games, as well as being 6-2 in their past 8 against teams with a winning record, and after a close thrilling loss to start their series, this will be a big bounce back for them. On the mound, Texas turned to their most reliable starter Dane Dunning, who is having a fantastic year with a 9.4 record and a 3.08 ERA through 127 innings in his first 26 appearances, so they will be confident heading into Game 2. Dunning has been consistency personified as of late too, with quality starts in 8 of his past 10 appearances, and after allowing just 8 earned runs through his past 28 innings, he comes into this one with career best form, a good sign for the Rangers. Given the quality of pitching staff both of these teams have, no one quite saw the Game 1 offensive explosion, and with the over sitting at 6-4 in their past 10 head-to-head matchups, there's a chance we may see plenty of runs scored once again. For the Brewers, the over sits at 6-3-1 in their past 10 overall games, while it is at 4-2 for the Rangers in their past 6 games, and with the Rangers having scored of 7, 8, 9 and 12 in 4 of their past 6 games, this one should be electric.